morning, Chandra. What do you think about the ride? What are you planning for today?
Beautiful ride, beautiful climate. It's not too hot and too cold, and it's going to be very nice. Mostly it's a trail, so that's what excites me. And safe. It's going to be a very good day.
Excellent. I'm looking for a great ride with you.
Thank you very much, Priya, for planning.
So Naren, I'd like to have a quick chat with you. Tell us about this trail we're riding on. What is it called, and where we're heading, and also give us an idea of how cyclists should, what kind of protocols we have when sharing the trail.
Yeah. I will share what I learned so far. So this is a north-side trail. It makes a big look from almost from downtown Victoria to Sydney and back. It's a beautiful trail with consistent elevation. The elevation is not like too high, and it's good with the families and kids to go because we are not too much stress or strain on us, yeah.
And how do you coexist or co-ride with pedestrians and
Yes.
horseback,
Yeah. So
other trail users?
So basically we are try to do a single file when there are pedestrians, respect them, and horse riders, we give them a space. And for horse riders who don't want to be an aggressive rider, they can go crazy with the sound and the way you are riding. So just be polite to them and respect how they are respecting us. So that is the basic protocol.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for speaking with me, and enjoy the ride.
I will. Thank you.
Group, we are in Blenkinsop Lake.
You're having a conversation.
Here, Chandra, Arun, Naren, on the bridge here. Beautiful day to start around 8 o'clock. You can hear the laughter behind.
Good morning.
We are very serious bikers. That's Korean,
Raise your hands and
giving directions how to take a video. And Naren talking to his grandfather there. And Arun.
having a quick onboard chat with Dr. Saanich. Very fortunate to have a medical professional in our group. So, Saanich, tell us some of the health benefits of cycling. I know you get asked this question a lot. Well, what would make you pick this activity?
I mean, there is nothing that I know that you don't know of. But, one of the things is, I mean, to put it simple, like you need to keep an exercise. You need to do some exercise in a very consistent manner for the lasting benefits. So it cannot be some exercise which you are forced to do. So if it is your passion, that is going to make a big difference because you're going to do it consistently and you enjoy it. So that's the kind of main thing. And biking, as you know, is very good for your muscles. You develop good muscles, good exercise. It's a very good cardio exercise, right? And it's very safe too. If you want to get the same kind of cardio workout, you have to do some exercise which might be difficult and also can be injurious, like say running or something else. So this is very safe. And at the same time, you can do it very consistently and in a group, and also get fresh air outside. And think about the COVID times. You can do anything else indoors, and this is one of the luxuries we enjoyed in Vancouver Island. So,
Well said. And do you think an activity like this could be restricted to ages or genders or anything like that? Any limitations that you can think of?
I don't think so, because this is something, as you can see around, I mean, all age groups enjoy it. Even from the childhood, the kids enjoy it. That's their first vehicle, right? Before they get into the
Good point.
And all. So they get, I mean, we all got used to this from childhood. So, and even a person who hasn't biked for a long time can just pick up a bike and start. And there are so many adaptations now we have, like the e-bike, and there are so many modifications in bike. And if you're thinking about the other end, like the old age, you have the e-bike, and not only that, the sophisticated technologies we have in terms of monitoring your health while biking, it is a very safe thing to do. And that's what most people do. Like even people like in their 70s, 80s who have serious ailments do that as an exercise and rehabilitation too. So I think there's no age group, no gender, nothing.
Well said. And let's say now we are a couple of guys on the ride today. Specific to men, do you see any kind of limitations or risks or cautionary aspects that men have to adopt when riding or undertaking this kind of an activity?
Well, I don't know if you're asking a specific question, I'm not getting that, but one thing we have to remember is that we have to be safe all the time, because if you do dangerous things, you can go wrong. That is for men and women. Another only specific thing I can think of is regarding the prostate, and sometimes especially the elderly people, not elderly, old people, they do the biking for a long time. It can actually stimulate the prostate, and then it produces more PSA. It is a measure of it is an indicator for, or not an indicator, that's a blood test we do to know if there's any problem with the prostate. So that can be falsely elevated, and if you put the proper gear and do it properly, that risk is much less. But that's not a risk, that's just like what we call as something to remember. But
Bottom line, Saanich, would be that know your limits and ride within it, right?
exactly. If you do it carefully, it's a very safe as well as healthy exercise for the lifetime.
Okay. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Thank you, Kurian.
Hi, viewers of ChalMereDosth. We are by the Elk Lake. We stopped over on our ride this morning, exploring rural Saanich, and we're about to have a quick chat with one of our riders, and that's Arun Vadhavooran. Normally you see him on the other side of the camera interviewing us, but this time we've turned the tables on him. So, hello Arun, thanks for chatting with us.
Hey Korean. Back, I'm a software architect by profession, but I'm very passionate sports person. I love to play all sports all the time. And yeah, so 2 years back, my friend Sridhar Edmalai from Vancouver, he just called me and said, hey, you want to do the Grand Fondo? So before he told me that, I didn't even know about this biking sports and Grand Fondo, anything. Grand Fondo is one that rides from Vancouver to Whistler, 120 kilometers, beautiful ride. So I said, yeah, well, I'm inspired and motivated, I'll do it. And then the same year I went and bought my bike, Giant T5 model.
There it is, it's a beauty.
Yeah, after doing so many researches on different bikes and everything, whatever works for me, whatever is comfortable for me. So I got this endurance bike. So and then that's it. And then I started doing all rides on my own, not so great, just going around the Victoria crazy without any planning, proper, knowing all the basic tips of riding and everything. But then, I met Saanich, and he said, I have a good friend, Korean, he's a mentor, he's a good pro. And then so I said, okay, nice. And then I got introduced to you. And then now from last year, whatever I learned, it just jumped from here to there in terms of performance. A lot of great tips, riding basics, riding ethics, how do you, ride, how do you climb, everything, a lot of tips. So I learned a lot, and then so
that's very kind of you. Kind words, Arun, and I truly am flattered to hear that. Thank you very much. But now, I got to ask you, you are a very active guy. I know you play a lot of different sports. You have a packed week. Every day is kind of mapped out doing something or the other. If it is not cycling, it is fully invested with your young family, and the best part is even the family is involved. So all you guys are a very young, active, healthy family. How do you manage to schedule all this, and how do you maintain yourself and still get time enough to join us for a bike ride? Where does cycling fit in all this?
Absolutely great question. I think today's tip for the audience would be the recovery of it, because for me, I involve in a lot of sports activities, badminton, cricket, squash, tennis, and then family activities. With family we do a lot of kayaking and paddling, and then biking. My son and wife both love biking as well. They do a lot of biking as well. So the important thing is, first of all, is for me what works is proper sleep and proper morning routine. I'm an early morning person. I get up at 5 o'clock, I plan my day and do everything, and then that works really. And then proper nutrition throughout the day. Before all these activities, I don't try to jam up all these multiple activities on the same day. I try to space it out, plan it out, my weeks ahead of the time, and then
so what are the different sports you're talking about during the week? So
I play 3 times a week badminton, and I do 3 rides a week, and then I do play cricket full day, and then sometimes with friends I play squash and tennis as well, mixed up. So these are all my regular activities, apart from family hiking. Family activities are usually hiking or kayaking, swimming, those kind of activities. So these are all the mix of a week. So I try to plan it out, space. The important thing is nutrition and rest. If I don't get, I plan my, nutrition, proteins, and every day I plan it out. I don't just jump, and then carbohydrate during a big rides and big day. So I just plan that way. And then the important thing is 8 hours sleep. I don't try to, whatever happens, I try to have my sleep, and then.
Those are very, very wise words and perfect tips for a young, healthy family like yours. Full marks to y'all. That is absolutely awesome. Now, if we got lots of people who are now watching us, viewing us, listening to us. What are words of wisdom you'd pass on to those that are kind of thinking of getting into this sport, or joining us on a ride, for example?
Yeah, I think first good is, invest on a good bike, because that's very important because you're going to ride with your bike. And the next thing is, it doesn't matter you ride, it's not about the distance, kilometers, or it's not about the time, how long you ride. It's about consistency. Even if you ride like 30 minutes, 15 minutes every day or every other day, that consistency over time will really build up their, performance and efficiency in riding. That's what I found, really, riding with my kid every day has improved my performance. So that's the tip to the audience who want to get in the sport. Have a good bike and then ride it consistently. It doesn't matter, you don't have to ride 100 kilometers every day, or 50 kilometers for that matter. Even if you ride 5-10 kilometers every day consistently, that's going to help you long term.
Great. And does it help that we live in probably, undoubtedly, the best place on earth, among the most bike-friendly, gorgeous cities on earth?
Absolutely, Kuri, and I think Island has everything, ocean ride or the hilly ride, rural ride, farmland rides, absolutely everything of, the trial rides. I would say this island comprises of everything. There's so much to explore for our riders. So welcome to, anyone who wants to come and ride an island, this will be a great place.
Great,
to
great.
live.
That's been fantastic chatting with you, Arun. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. And so let's get back to the ride.
Thank you, Korea.
Okay, Korean. Question for you. So tell me about this up and down hills on the Saanich. Explain. Like, I know this is so beautiful, and there is a pain also in that one. Now, what's your comment? What do you think about this?
I would say, on terrain like this is a rolling hills. You got the ups and downs, the platforms, and like this. Isn't that a beautiful backdrop of the Saanich Peninsula, the rural Saanich? A beautiful house with a view down there.
Yeah. So this pain is paid for all those ups and downs. That's what you say.
So you got to work for those uphills, and you will soon get a reward to follow. Because those hills don't go on forever. So pace yourself, and you will be rewarded.
Excellent. Thanks. This is so beautiful.
It's my pleasure.
Have fun.